You're safe now. Lay your head down. I'm here. Close your eyes, beloved child. Let the tension in your shoulders release. Let the worries you carried all day begin to melt away. You are safe now. You are seen. You are loved. And tonight, you are not alone. You've done enough for today. You've tried to be strong, to smile, to keep it together. You've held in tears, held up others, held back emotions you didn't have words for. But here, in this quiet moment, I want you to let all of that go. Let me hold you tonight. You do not need to explain anything I already know. I saw how heavy this day was for you. I heard the thoughts you didn't say out loud. I know what you're afraid of, what you're waiting on, what you secretly hope for. And I want you to hear this. You're not falling behind. You're not forgotten. You are not too late. You are right on time because you're still in my hands. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28, NIV. That wasn't a suggestion. That was an invitation. One I'm extending to you again right now. I'm not asking you to fix everything before bed. I'm not asking you to figure out tomorrow. I'm simply asking you to rest. Breathe, daughter. Exhale, son. I know you've been strong for everyone else, but tonight you can be soft with me. Let yourself be small in my presence, not because you are weak, but because I am strong. This day is now behind you. What went wrong? What was misunderstood? What you didn't get to finish? Leave it here. The sun has set, and with it I am giving you permission to reset. There is no pressure to perform in my presence. Just peace, just love, just me. Your mind is tired, but I can bring it peace. Your body is aching, but I can give it rest. Your heart is overwhelmed, but I can carry that weight. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:7. And I've let my peace guard you tonight, like a warm blanket around your soul, like a gentle whisper in the dark. I've placed angels near your bed. I've assigned heavenly protection around your home. You are surrounded by safety, by grace, by me. I am not far away. I am here. I'm not pacing the heavens in frustration about your future. I'm already there, and I'm already making a way. So rest, beloved. You are not behind. You didn't miss your moment. You are still on your divine timeline. I'm never rushed, and I've never been late. I don't measure you by how much you accomplished today. I measure you by your heart. And tonight, I want your heart to rest. Let go of the endless thoughts that try to chase you even into your dreams. Let go of that conversation you keep replaying. Let go of the what ifs and why nows. I'm not asking you to pretend everything is okay. I'm simply inviting you to place it in my hands. I know how much pressure you've been carrying. The responsibilities, the quiet fears, the waiting that feels like it will never end. But I am not finished with your story, not even close. Come sit at my feet in this stillness. No striving, no explaining, just presence, just rest. The same God who calmed the storm on the sea is calming your inner storm right now. Peace be still. Mark 4:39. NKJB. Can you hear it? That quiet whisper settling into your spirit. That's me. That's my voice speaking peace over your life. I am calming your soul, not by changing all your circumstances, but by reminding you that you're not alone in them. You are not a failure because you're tired. You're not a burden because you need help. I created you to need me. So, lean in. Lay down the weight. Lay down the mask. Lay down your fear of the future. It's not yours to carry anyway. You are not required to hold it all together because I'm the one holding you. And tonight, I want you to sleep like someone who is loved by a God who never sleeps. I want you to lie down like someone whose future is already written by the one who sees the end from the beginning. I want you to let go, not out of hopelessness, but out of holy trust. You are safe. You are seen. You are surrounded. I've got you. So, close your eyes, beloved. You've done enough for today. Now, let me do what only I can do. Let me restore you. Let me refill you. Let me hold you until morning. I'm not going anywhere. My presence will stay with you through the night. And when you open your eyes tomorrow, I'll still be here. But for now, rest. You are deeply loved. You are completely covered. You are eternally mine. Sleep in peace. Your soul is safe with me. In peace, I will lie down and sleep for you alone. Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 48, NIV. And as this night begins, let these words wash over you again and again. You're safe now. Lay your head down. I'm here. Before we continue, if you're here with us in faith, type Amen in the comments so we know you are standing with us in prayer. You weren't meant to carry the weight of the world. Let me carry it while you sleep. You've tried so hard to hold everything together. You've carried burdens no one else could see. You've stayed strong when you were silently breaking. But tonight, I want you to let go. You were never meant to do this alone. That pressure on your chest, that heaviness in your thoughts, you don't have to carry it into another night. Let it go now. Place it in my hands. I can handle what you cannot. You've been so careful, so responsible, so thoughtful, so strong. But the strength you need tonight is not yours to muster. It's mine to give. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10, naive. You can stop overthinking. You can release the pressure to solve every problem before your head touches the pillow. You are not the fixer of all things. You are my child. You have my permission to breathe again, to sigh, to cry, to feel weak and still be fully loved, because you are not loved for your productivity or perfection. You are loved because you are mine. You think you failed because you didn't meet your own expectations today. But I don't measure you the way the world does. I see your efforts, your intentions, your hidden sacrifices, and I want you to hear this clearly. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of you. I know how hard you're trying. I know the noise that fills your mind as you lay down in the dark. But I am greater than the noise, and I am near. So come rest your thoughts in me. Let go of control. I know that's hard for you. You feel like if you don't keep everything in order, it will all fall apart. But I'm the one who holds it all together, not you. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world. I already did that for you. On the cross, I bore every burden, every failure, every fear. And tonight, I'm still carrying you. Let me take that fear about the future. Let me hold the worry about your children, your finances, your health. Let me carry the shame that whispers, "You're not enough." Let me interrupt the cycle of perfectionism and the pressure to perform. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. 1 Peter 5:7 NIV. Yes, I care for you. Not just in theory, not just when you're at your best, but right now, in this room, in this moment where your soul is tired and your shoulders ache. I care deeply and fully. And I don't need you to fake it with me. You don't have to smile when you feel like falling apart. I'd rather hold your truth than your performance. I'd rather comfort your weakness than applaud your strength. So, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for just a second. Feel the weight lifting. That's me. I'm here and I'm carrying you. You've done what you could today. That's enough. Let go of the rest, the unfinished task, the uncertain email, the lingering disagreement, the deadlines, and the demands. They are not bigger than me. I am not in a hurry, and neither are you. What's for you will not be taken from you. What is meant for you will not pass you by. Even when you don't see it, I am aligning every detail. Even while you sleep, I am working in unseen places. There is beauty in surrender. There is freedom in saying, "God, I can't, but you can." There is rest in trusting that my timing is not late, that my promises are not forgotten, that your life is still right on track. Tonight, I want to rebuild your trust, not in the plan, but in the one who made it. In me, I know you're used to carrying it all because you had to. Maybe others let you down. Maybe no one showed up. Maybe you learned that being strong was the only way to survive. But you don't have to live that way anymore. I am not like them. I will not leave you. I will not grow tired of your need. I will not withdraw when you get messy or loud or overwhelmed. You can collapse into my presence tonight. You can cry without explaining. You can be quiet without apologizing. You can trust me to be the safe place you never had. I know that perfectionism has made you tired, always trying to please, to prove, to perform. But I didn't choose you because you were flawless. I chose you because I love you. Let go, beloved. Let go of needing to be everything for everyone. Let go of the fear that you're not doing enough. Let go of trying to fix what only I can heal. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5 NIV. Tonight is not about figuring it all out. It's about falling into faith again. It's about remembering who your God is and resting like someone who is completely known, completely loved, and completely carried. You are not falling apart. You are falling into my arms. You are not failing. You are surrendering. You are not too late. You are right on time for grace. So give me what's in your hands. Give me what's in your heart. Give me the control, the fear, the pressure, and I will give you peace. My peace isn't earned. It isn't logical. It doesn't come when everything makes sense. It comes when you let go. And let me in. So come right now. Rest, exhale, release. Let go of everything you're not and receive everything I am. I am your strength. I am your peace. I am your Father. I am here and I will carry you tonight, even to your old age and gray hairs. I am He. I am He who will sustain you. I have made you and I will carry you. I will sustain you and I will rescue you. Isaiah 46:4, Navy. Sleep now, not because you've done it all, but because I've got it all in my hands. Tomorrow has its own grace. Tonight belongs to rest, and I am already carrying you there. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not the pain, not the waiting, not even the silence. Listen to me, beloved. I need you to hear this slowly, deeply, and without rushing past it. Nothing about you is accidental. Not your personality, not your sensitivity, not the road you've walked, not even the moments you wish you could erase. You have replayed certain seasons in your mind and wondered, what was the point? You've looked back at choices, relationships, lost years, and silent prayers, and quietly asked, did any of this matter? I am answering you now. Yes, it all mattered. All the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. Psalm 139:16, NIV. Before you ever took your first breath, I saw every chapter of your life. I knew the joy. I knew the heartbreak. I knew the delays, the detours, the disappointments that would make you question your worth. And still, I chose you. Every delay had a purpose. Every closed door was protection. Every detour was shaping you for something you could not yet carry. You thought the silence meant I had left. But the silence was not abandonment. It was formation. There were seasons when you prayed and heard nothing back. Nights when you cried quietly so no one else would hear. Moments when you felt unseen, overlooked, forgotten. I saw every one of them. I saw you as a child, trying to make sense of things far too heavy for your heart. I saw the tears you wiped away quickly, the questions you never asked out loud, the strength you learned because you had no other choice. I was there. Even when you didn't know my name, even when you didn't know how to pray, even when you thought you were alone, I have always been with you. You were never invisible to me. You were never a mistake. You were never an afterthought. I know you've carried shame about certain chapters of your life. You look back and think, if only I had known better. If only I had done things differently. And that voice tries to convince you that your story is somehow less valuable because of where you've been. But I am not ashamed of your story. I am writing it. The parts you regret taught you compassion. The waiting taught you endurance. The disappointment softened your heart. The pain refined your faith. Nothing was wasted. You were not slow. You were being prepared. You were not overlooked. You were being protected. You were not forgotten. You were being shaped in secret. I know you feel behind sometimes. You compare your life to others and wonder why your path has been harder, quieter, slower. But I do not measure time the way you do. And I do not build lives the way the world does. I build with intention. I build with care. I build with eternity in mind. You are not random. You are designed. Even your sensitivity, the thing you thought made you weak, was placed there by me because I needed you to feel deeply, to love deeply, to understand pain so you could carry healing. You have survived things that should have broken you, not because you were strong, but because I was holding you when you didn't even know how to hold yourself. And I need you to hear this clearly tonight. Your story is not over. You have not missed your moment. You have not used up your chances. You have not disappointed me beyond repair. I am not finished with you. There are still pages ahead. Pages filled with peace, restoration, and purpose. There are still prayers I am preparing to answer in ways that will surprise you. There is still joy waiting for you that will make the past finally make sense. You didn't imagine the calling you felt. You didn't imagine the longing for more. That restlessness in your spirit was not confusion. It was destiny stirring. I know you felt unworthy at times, like others were more qualified, more confident, more put together. But I have never needed perfection to fulfill my plans. I have always worked through willing hearts, and your heart, tender, honest, persevering, has always mattered to me. You belong here. You belong to me, and you belong in the future. I am unfolding for you. Let go of the lie that says your best days are behind you. Let go of the voice that says it's too late to begin again. Let go of the regret that keeps you tied to yesterday. I am doing something new in you even now. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:18-19. NIV. That new thing doesn't require you to be someone else. It requires you to trust me with who you already are. You don't need to rush. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to earn my love or my plans. Just rest in the truth that you are known. You are chosen. You are deeply, intentionally loved. Tonight, I am healing the places where you felt forgotten. I am restoring the parts of you that felt wasted. I am reminding your soul that every chapter, every single one has been held in my hands. So breathe. Let your shoulders relax. Let the shame fall away. Let the regret loosen its grip. You are not an accident. You never were. And as you drift toward rest tonight, hold on to this truth. I have always been with you. I am with you now. And I am not finished writing your story. Sleep in that assurance. Rest in that belonging. And stay with me, because what comes next is filled with purpose. They saw pain. I saw preparation. They only saw what you lost. They didn't see what I was building. They saw pain, but I saw purpose. They saw a person breaking apart, but I saw a heart being shaped for greater things. Yes, it hurt, and I won't pretend it didn't. But tonight, I want to speak to you as someone who has survived. You are not the same as you once were. And that is not something to mourn. That's something to honor, because the pain didn't destroy you. The pain prepared you. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done. Genesis 50:20, NIV. Joseph said those words after betrayal, false accusations, and years of being misunderstood. He was thrown in a pit, sold into slavery, imprisoned for something he didn't do. But none of it stopped what I had planned. Not the betrayal, not the delay, not the injustice. And it's the same with you. They saw loss. I saw preparation. You didn't lose. You were rerouted. The moments when people turned their backs on you. The times when promises were broken. The days when you felt like life was slipping through your hands. Those weren't moments of failure. They were moments of formation. I was working in the dark places. I was rebuilding you while you thought you were falling apart. You asked me to use your life. But did you think I would skip the parts that hurt every person I used deeply? I shape deeply. And shaping is never painless. But it is always worth it. The betrayal that wounded you so deeply, it taught you discernment. The heartbreak that left you shattered, it taught you compassion. The silence that felt like abandonment, it taught you to hear my voice more clearly. Every emotional blow became a spiritual strengthening. Every tear you cried watered the ground where destiny is now blooming. You didn't see it then, but the fire wasn't consuming you. It was refining you. He will sit as a refiner and purifier of silver. Malachi 3:3. I've never wasted a single moment of your suffering. Not one tear, not one sigh, not one night you laid awake trying to understand why. It's all been woven into a bigger story, a redemptive story, a story where nothing is wasted. Even your disappointment, the jobs that didn't open, the people who left, the dreams that didn't turn out the way you expected, even those were part of your training. Because what's ahead of you is greater than what you've left behind. And I couldn't let you walk into your next season without being ready. So I allowed the fire, but I protected the flame inside you. You are still standing stronger than ever. You are still breathing wiser than ever. And you are still mine more than ever. Let go of the bitterness now. You don't need it anymore. Let go of the shame for what should have been. I never asked you to carry shame. Let go of the fear that what you lost cannot be restored. I am the God who restores. I am the one who makes all things new, and restoration is coming faster than you think. After you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast. 1 Peter 5:109. Yes, beloved, I saw the season when you almost gave up. I saw you keep going when no one noticed. I saw you love people who didn't return it. I saw you forgive those who didn't deserve it. And I took all of it and I turned it into something sacred. You're not just healed, you're holy. You're not just restored, you're ready. So take a deep breath. The fire did not consume you, it refined you. You're not fragile anymore. You're fortified. You're not broken. You're bold. You're not empty. You are full of my spirit and my strength. What you've walked through is about to become someone else's healing. Your testimony will open doors for others. Your scars will remind them that survival is possible and that miracles are real. I have made you into a vessel that can carry weight without cracking. I've stretched your capacity through every trial. And now it's time to rise the palace. Joseph entered didn't erase his pain, but it gave his pain purpose. And I will do the same for you. So when people ask how you endured, tell them I didn't. God carried me. When they ask how you kept believing, tell them because God whispered that my pain had purpose. And when they ask how you healed, tell them because the fire refined me, not destroyed me. This isn't the end. This is the awakening. This is the rising. This is the beauty born from ashes. So sleep tonight knowing this. I saw it all. I felt it all. And I used it all. Every betrayal, every delay, every disappointment. They thought it would break you, but I built something stronger. Now rest, child. The season of preparation is shifting, and what comes next will make the pain make sense. I'm redeeming it all. Restoration is closer than you know, and I will finish what I started in you. You're not late. You're right on time for what I've prepared. I know the thought that visits you when the room goes quiet. I know the question that rises when the day slows down and there is nothing left to distract you. Did I miss it? Am I too late? Has my time already passed, beloved? Listen to me carefully tonight. You are not falling behind. You are not late. You are not delayed beyond repair. You are not watching your life slip away while others move ahead. You are exactly where you need to be in my hands. I do not measure time the way the world does. I am not bound by calendars, birthdays, seasons, or numbers. What feels slow to you has never been slow to me. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. 2 Peter 3:8. Nev. You see years? I see moments aligned with purpose. You see waiting. I see preparation. Those pauses you've been frustrated by, they were not denials, they were protection. I know how often you compare your life to others. You scroll, you listen, you notice. You see people reaching milestones you hoped for long ago. And quietly, shame tries to speak. But comparison was never meant to guide you. It was never meant to define your worth or your progress. Other people's timelines are not your template. I wrote your story with intention. Every chapter has its place, and nothing meant for you can be stolen by time, people, or circumstance. No blessing with your name on it has expired. No promise I made to you has an expiration date. No door I intend to open can be permanently closed. You have not missed me. I know aging has stirred fears in your heart. You look at your hands, your reflection, the changes in your body, and you wonder if there's still time. Hear me now. I am redeeming the time you thought was lost. I am restoring years in ways you could never plan or predict. What you couldn't do in your own strength, I will do with grace. I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten. Joel 2:25 ESV. I am not rushed, and I am not done. The waiting you endured deepened your wisdom. The years you thought were wasted refined your character. The delays taught you discernment, humility, and trust. You are not behind. You are becoming. I know it feels like others moved ahead while you stayed still, but stillness is not stagnation. Roots grow quietly. Foundations form underground. What I am building in you is not fragile. It is lasting. Rest from the pressure to keep up. Rest from the shame of thinking you should be further along. Rest from the lie that says your best days are behind you. Your best days are not behind you. They are ahead because I am with you. You don't need to rush to catch up. You don't need to force what isn't ready. You don't need to grieve what I never intended for you. Trust my rhythm. Heaven's clock is perfect. Even now, while you listen, I am aligning details you cannot see. I am arranging conversations, opportunities, and moments that will make sense when they arrive. I am preparing people who will meet you at the right time. Not too early, not too late. You didn't arrive late to your calling. You arrived seasoned. You didn't fall behind. You were strengthened. You didn't miss your season. You were preserved for it. When the moment comes, you will be ready, and you will look back and understand why it had to happen this way. So, let your shoulders relax tonight. Let the urgency fade. Let the shame lose its voice. You don't need to prove anything to me. You don't need to race against anyone else. You don't need to fear running out of time. I am the author of time, and I am writing your story with care. Sleep tonight knowing this. Nothing is slipping through my fingers. Nothing is being forgotten. Nothing is running late. I am right on schedule, and so are you. As you rest, let this truth settle into your heart. You are not behind. You are held. You are guided. You are perfectly placed in my timing. Stay with me. There is more peace ahead. There is more clarity coming. And I will walk you into it, one gentle step at a time. Your tears are not weakness. They are worship. It's okay to cry. Even now, if the tears are close, don't hold them back. You don't have to be strong in this moment. You don't have to explain why it hurts. You don't have to pretend you're okay. Just let the tears fall. You're not breaking down. You're breaking open. And in my presence, that's where healing begins. You keep track of all my sorrows. You have collected all my tears in your bottle. You have recorded each one in your book. Psalm 56, 8, NLT. The every tear has mattered to me. Not one has been lost. Not one has gone unseen. Not one tear you cried behind a closed door was ignored by heaven. I saw you when you wept quietly, so no one would worry. I heard your sobs when you couldn't put into words what was wrong. I felt the ache in your chest when you smiled in public, but broke down in private. I was there. I've never turned away from your grief. I've never shamed you for feeling too much. I've never asked you to suppress what was real just to look more put together. I welcome your tears. I receive them like worship, because those tears come from the deepest part of you, and I want all of you, not just your strength, not just your praise, but your pain too. You've carried more than most people know. You've held in more emotion than your heart was ever meant to store, and that's why you feel so tired. This is emotional exhaustion, and I understand. So, let it out. You don't need to be composed in front of me. You can collapse if you need to. You can cry without apology. You can release the flood you've been holding back for weeks, months, or even years. You won't be punished for being human. You'll be embraced because I don't just allow tears. I enter into them with you. Jesus wept. John 11:35. And I, even God, cried. He knew Lazarus would rise again, and he still wept. Why? Because grief is sacred. Because pain deserves presence. Because love doesn't skip sorrow. So if you feel like you're crumbling, know that I'm holding you in every broken place. I am not afraid of your sadness. I am not surprised by your emotion. I am not tired of your needs. You've been strong for so long. You've kept going when no one else saw the cost. You've helped others while secretly hoping someone would help you. Let me be that someone. Tonight, I'm not asking you to pray strong prayers. I'm not asking you to recite verses or fix your posture. I'm just asking you to feel and let me be near. I am near to the brokenhearted. I rescue those crushed in spirit. I bind up wounds that no one else can see. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18, NIV. And I'm close to you now, even here in the dark, even here in the quiet place of pain. You're not alone. When your head hit the pillow and your heart dropped with it, I didn't step away. I drew closer. When the memory came rushing back and your chest tightened, I didn't turn from you. I leaned in. When the grief washed over you like a wave, I stood with you in it, and I will keep standing with you until the waves become still, until the storm breaks, until your soul exhale. Let the tears fall. Let your heart speak in sobs and silence. Let yourself be held without having to be healed first. I don't need you to make sense of your emotions. I just need you to know this. You're safe with me. You're seen by me. And you're not too much for me. The healing you've been asking for, it starts here in this place of release. This is not a breakdown. This is a breakthrough. Tears are holy. They're part of the healing I've designed. They clear space in your heart. They soften what's become hardened. They make room for comfort. So let the tears fall without guilt, without shame, without wondering if you're doing something wrong. You're doing something brave. You're surrendering. You're saying, God, I trust you with my real self. That trust is worship, and I receive it with tenderness. You've asked me to heal you, and this is where it begins. in the release, in the quiet breaking, in the tears that fall like rain onto dry ground. The rain is good. It brings growth. It waters seeds you didn't know were there. You don't have to wipe your tears away quickly. You don't have to hide them. You don't have to feel weak for needing this moment. You're not weak. You're human. And I am God with you. Especially here, you're not alone in the dark. You're not crying into silence. You are heard. You are held. You are healing. So cry if you need to. Breathe if you can. Sleep if you're able. I'll be here through it all. And when the morning comes, I'll still be here speaking peace over your heart. Tonight the tears fall, but tomorrow joy will come. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. Psalm 35, N-I-V. Stay here with me. Let the healing begin. Tonight is not the end. It's the turning point. Before you close your eyes tonight, before you give in to the thought that nothing is changing, I want you to pause and hear me speak over you. This night is not the end. This night is not another cycle of silence. This night is not just a repeat of yesterday's pain. This night is a turning point. You've cried, you've grieved, you've questioned. But now, I'm rewriting your tomorrow. Even while you sleep, I'm at work in ways you can't yet see. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Isaiah 43:19. N-A-V. Yes, beloved, I am doing a new thing. I know what didn't work. I know what fell apart. I know the disappointment you've carried like a silent ache. But I also know what I've prepared next. The world told you to expect more of the same. But I'm not bound by the past, and neither are you. I'm not recycling pain. I'm redeeming it. I'm not repeating what was. I'm revealing what's next. I want you to know this deep in your spirit. Your best days have not passed. You have not missed your moment. You have not peaked. You have not seen all I intend to do. There is a turning happening in the unseen. You may not feel it yet, but heaven is already moving on your behalf. The prayers you whispered in secret, the seeds of faith you planted in tears, the quiet obedience when no one was watching. None of it has been overlooked. I am aligning moments. I am orchestrating opportunities. I am setting into motion the answers you've been waiting for. Even now, as you listen in the quiet of the night, angels are being dispatched. Hearts are being softened. Doors are being prepared, because I don't need daylight to perform miracles. I don't need you to be awake for things to shift. Sleep peacefully knowing this heaven is still working while you rest. I don't just bless the morning. I move in the midnight. I don't just work in light. I create in the dark. Didn't I form the world in the middle of the void? Didn't I raise Jesus from the grave before the sun came up? So, what makes you think I can't breathe life into your situation overnight? The shift is coming. The breakthrough is near. The restoration you've longed for is unfolding. Even if it's not visible yet, I've already released it in the spirit. And soon, your eyes will see what your heart has dared to believe. I am rewriting your tomorrow. The grief will lift, the heaviness will break, the confusion will clear, because I am not finished. I am not limited, and I am not late. You're walking into a season of restoration, a season where the broken is rebuilt, where the barren becomes fruitful, where the lost time is returned with interest, I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. Joel 2:25, Navy. Nothing you've been through is too far gone to redeem. Nothing is beyond repair. Nothing is too delayed to restart. I make all things new, and you are next. So don't go to sleep tonight with your head hung low. Don't end this day in hopelessness. Don't lie in bed, wondering if I've forgotten. Lift your heart, even if just a little. Let the flame of hope flicker again. You're not too old. You're not too far. You're not too late. The new thing is already in motion. The shift has already begun. And as you rest tonight, you're stepping into it. Let my voice be louder than your fears. Let my promise outweigh the evidence of your pain. Let my presence comfort you into deep sleep. You've waited long. You've endured much. But I want you to hear this now. This is not where your story ends. This is where it changes. The page is turning. The season is shifting. The morning is coming, and I will meet you there with miracles in hand. So rest in this. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned in the dark. I am writing something new. And this night is the beginning of that chapter. Your past does not own your future. Your pain does not cancel your promise. And your tears have watered the soil of your restoration. Sleep tonight knowing this. I am rewriting your tomorrow, and it's more beautiful than you imagined. One whispered sentence can shift the entire night. You don't need to have all the right words. You don't need to say it perfectly. You just need to mean it right now. As your body relaxes and your spirit becomes still, you have the chance to change the atmosphere of your night, not through effort, but through surrender. So wherever you are with your eyes closed or open, with your head bowed or resting on your pillow, with your thoughts racing or finally quiet, say this simple prayer with me. Lord, I trust your timing. Just that one sentence. Whisper it if you can. Say it softly or silently, but say it from your heart. Lord, I trust your timing. Let that sentence be your final thought before sleep. Let it carry your faith when your feelings can't. Let it be the key that releases the pressure, the fear, the waiting. Because this prayer, this one simple phrase, it is not weakness. It is worship. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act. Psalm 37, 5 ESV. When you speak this prayer, you are committing your way. You are handing over the timeline. You are surrendering the outcome. And heaven listens. I listen. I honor childlike faith. Faith that doesn't need to understand everything to believe. Faith that doesn't strive but trusts. Faith that whispers instead of shouts. So let's pray together now. Just you and me. No performance, no pressure, just presence. Take a deep breath and repeat after me in your spirit. God, I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I trust you to hold me through it. I release the need to figure everything out. I place my plans in your hands. I choose peace instead of panic. I choose surrender over striving. I choose to rest in you tonight. That's enough. You don't have to beg. You don't have to bargain. Just believe. Tonight is not about getting everything right. It's about letting go of what's not yours to carry. You don't need to wrestle. You just need to rest. And resting is an act of trust. Every time you lay your head down in peace, you are declaring that the God who watches over you is greater than the chaos around you. So now, I want you to speak peace over your space. Say this aloud or whisper it softly. I speak peace over my mind. I speak peace over my body. I speak peace over my family. I speak peace over tomorrow. Let it settle in. Let it take root. Let it echo in the spiritual realm. Your words carry power, especially when they're rooted in trust. No striving, no stress, no need to control. Just surrender. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 35:4. You may not understand the delay, but you can still trust the design. You may not understand the timing, but you can still trust the outcome. You may not understand the silence, but you can still trust the presence that surrounds you. So once more, beloved, say it with me, Lord. I trust your timing. Let it be your declaration. Let it be your comfort. Let it be the reason you sleep without fear tonight. You're not behind. You're not forgotten. And you're not alone. As you settle into bed, let these final declarations carry you into deep healing rest. I am not in control, but I am covered. I do not have the answers, but I have peace. I do not know what's next, but I know God is good. I trust your timing. I trust your love. I trust your plan. And if you're listening with someone in mind, a friend, a spouse, a child, a loved one, I invite you to speak peace over them too. Lord, I place the people I love in your care. Let them rest tonight in your arms. Cover them with grace. Heal what I can't. Do what I can't. This is what surrender sounds like. This is what peace feels like. And this is where the shift begins. Not through force, but through faith. So, if this prayer has spoken to your heart, if your spirit feels lighter, if you've exhaled for the first time in a while, type Amen in the comments if you're trusting God tonight. Share this prayer with someone you love, someone who needs peace tonight. Let them be reminded that one whispered sentence can shift the entire night. There's no need to do more. No pressure to keep praying. Just rest now knowing your prayer was heard and your heart is safe. Tomorrow belongs to God. Tonight, so do you. If this prayer brought you peace tonight, with all my heart, I've prepared a special gift for you. A long-forgotten prayer has just been uncovered, and those who speak it are witnessing miracles, divine favor, and blessings beyond understanding. You'll find this sacred video in the description below. Watch it tonight and let God's peace guide your soul into rest. I have stationed angels around your home. Rest, you are safe. Tonight, before you close your eyes, I want you to know something deeper than your fear, stronger than the silence, louder than the thoughts that try to steal your peace. You are protected right now. While the world sleeps and shadows stretch across the floor, you are not alone in the dark. You are not unguarded. You are not exposed. You are surrounded. Heaven has already sent reinforcements, for he will command his angels concerning you, to guard you in all your ways. Psalm 91:11. And I have commanded angels to watch over you tonight. Not because you earned it, not because you were perfect today, but because you are mine. There are heavenly assignments at the edge of your bed, standing at your windows, guarding your children's rooms, covering your household with peace. You don't always see it, but I never stop protecting you. There is more going on around you than your natural eyes can see. Because nighttime fear isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. And I know what tries to sneak in with the darkness, the worry, the replaying of everything that went wrong, the fear of what could happen, the feeling of being vulnerable, unguarded, alone. But I did not give you a spirit of fear. I gave you authority, peace, and protection. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day. Psalm 91:5. And what others fear, in the night you will sleep through in peace, because I have surrounded you like a shield. I am your fortress, your watchtower, your covering. I am the light that never goes out. You don't have to check the locks over and over. You don't have to carry your fears into sleep. You don't have to keep rehearsing worst-case scenarios. Snorts. I've already gone ahead of you, and I'm standing behind you, and I'm resting beside you. You are fully covered, body, mind, home, and soul. No plan of the enemy will succeed. No assignment of fear will prosper. No curse, no whisper, no dark force will breach the walls I've placed around you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17, NKJV. That includes invisible weapons, fear, doubt, panic, restlessness. I silence them now, in Jesus' name. Tonight, I speak peace over your mind, peace over your sleep, peace over your children, peace over your home. Where my spirit is, fear cannot remain. And I am here. I am in the stillness of your bedroom. I am in the hush of your thoughts. I am the whisper that tells you you're safe. So say this aloud with me softly, like a bedtime blessing over your soul. I am protected. I am surrounded. I will not fear the night. My home is covered by God. Say it over your children's names. Say it over your spouse. Say it over yourself. And say it until your body believes it. This is not superstition. This is scripture. This is truth. This is promise. I am your defender. Even while you rest, I never sleep. Even while you lie still, I'm active. Even when you forget, I remain faithful. I do not slumber. I do not miss a thing. I see every room, every doorway, every need, and I have filled every corner with my presence. You are not just lying down in a house. You are lying down in a sanctuary. Your bedroom is holy ground tonight, because where I dwell, fear cannot stay. So take one more deep breath. Feel the atmosphere shift. Feel the tension release. Feel my wings wrap around you. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Psalm 91:4 NIV. You are not defenseless. You are covered in covenant. You are wrapped in grace. You are sealed in peace. I am the wall of fire around you. I am the glory in your midst. I am the calm that silences every storm, and I am here. Even if you wake in the middle of the night, I will still be here. Even if fear tries to return, my voice will be louder. Even if darkness surrounds, my light will find you. You are safe because you are mine. No matter what happened today, no matter what comes tomorrow, you can rest knowing this. You are protected. You are covered. You are not alone. So now close your eyes without fear. Sleep without stress. Lie down in peace because heaven is watching. Angels are guarding and I am holding you. You are protected tonight. Even your rest is worship. I delight in your stillness. Tonight, I want you to know this truth. Sleep is not a weakness. It is not laziness. It is not falling behind. This sleep is sacred. When I created the world, I didn't end the creation story with productivity. I ended it with rest. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. Genesis 2:2-3. I called rest holy. So why do you feel guilty for needing it? Why do you carry shame for lying down when I designed your body to rest? Why do you feel like you haven't done enough to deserve peace? You don't earn rest. You were made for it. Tonight, I'm inviting you back into a rhythm of grace, a slower, safer rhythm, one that doesn't glorify overthinking or striving, but honors surrender and softness. You don't need to finish the to-do list. You don't need to plan tomorrow. You don't need to keep proving your worth by staying up late in worry. In peace, I will lie down and sleep for you alone. Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 48. Even this moment, this stillness is worship. Because when you rest, you're saying, I trust you, Lord, more than I trust my efforts. I trust that the world will keep turning because you hold it, not me. I trust that what I lay down in peace, you will pick up in power. Sleep is not the end of your work. It's the beginning of mine. While you sleep, I restore what was lost. I renew what was tired. I replenish what was poured out. Divine restoration happens in the quiet. You don't have to see it to believe it. Your healing is happening even now, cell by cell, thought by thought, breath by breath. You've fought hard. You've cared deeply. You've held on longer than most people know. But now, it's time to lay it all down. Lay down your to-do list. Lay down your tension. Lay down your self-judgment. Lay down the weight of being strong all day. Lift up your heart instead. Not in striving, just in surrender. Sleep isn't stepping away from responsibility. It's stepping into divine rhythm. It's how I designed you to recover. It's how I detox your heart from the noise of the world. It's how I prepare you for what's next. Even Jesus slept in the middle of a storm. That's how deep his trust was. Not in the absence of chaos, but in the presence of my peace. I want you to rest like that. Not because the storm is gone, but because you know I'm in the boat with you. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the rush. Let go of the fear that you'll fall behind. You're not behind. You're being rebuilt. There is a reason the enemy attacks through fatigue. Because tired minds forget truth. Tired hearts stop dreaming. Tired souls lose hope. But I'm not letting that happen to you. Tonight, I'm covering you in a peace the world can't explain. A peace that wraps around your soul like a soft blanket. A peace that breathes healing into every weary part of you. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. I will give you rest. Not just physical rest, but rest for your mind, your emotions, your spirit. Your bed is not just a place to lie down. It's an altar tonight, a sacred space, a sanctuary of peace, where you and I meet in the stillness. And I will meet you there, not with a list of what you should have done, not with disappointment or shame, but with love. I am not disappointed in you. I am proud of how far you've come. I am tender with your tiredness. I am gentle with your healing. So, close your eyes, child. You are not just shutting out the world. You are opening your soul to restoration. You are not wasting time by sleeping. You are worshiping with your trust. Even if your body doesn't feel perfect, even if your mind is still swirling, even if today felt messy or incomplete, this sleep is holy because I am in it. So breathe slowly now. Exhale the weight of the day. Let your heart slow down. Let your thoughts fade. Let your spirit rest in me. This night is not a pause in progress. It's part of the process. Rest is how I anoint you. Rest is how I prepare you. Rest is how I love you. You are not doing nothing. You are doing something sacred. This sleep is sacred, that thing you thought would break you. God is turning it into a blessing. They didn't see how it crushed you. They didn't hear the prayers you whispered when no one else was listening. They don't know how hard it was to keep showing up when all you felt was invisible pain and quiet disappointment. But I know. I saw the moment it broke. I heard the silence after the goodbye. I felt the ache you carried like a shadow no one else could see. And now hear me clearly tonight. You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good. Genesis 50:20. I'm turning it around. The very thing that tried to shatter you will become the platform I used to strengthen you. The rejection. It wasn't the end. It was divine redirection. The betrayal. It wasn't the whole story. It was the beginning of a new one. The setback. It didn't cancel your future. It prepared you for it. I use all things. Not just the pretty things. Not just the easy things. All things. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him. Romans 8:28. That includes the heartbreak, the delays, the disappointments, the seasons you wanted to skip, the nights you cried yourself to sleep. All of it is being redeemed because I do not waste pain. I do not leave wounds open. I do not ignore injustice. And I never abandon my children in the wilderness. The enemy thought the loss would silence you, but I'm turning your loss into a louder testimony. One that says, I survived and it made me stronger. The enemy thought you'd stop praying, but your tears watered the roots of faith so deep, hell will tremble every time you speak my name. The enemy thought you'd stop trusting me, but you're still here, still listening, still hoping. And that is the miracle. You are the miracle. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. Stronger, softer, wiser, ready. So let me say this again clearly. What was meant for evil, I am using for good. That closed door, it protected you. That breakup, it freed you. That silence, it taught you how to hear my voice. That season of isolation, it was holy ground where I shaped you away from the noise. The enemy saw a trap. I saw a testimony. The enemy saw a delay. I saw preparation. The enemy saw defeat. I saw destiny because I never left you. I was with you in the doctor's office. I was with you on the floor when the grief knocked you down. I was with you when the phone didn't ring, when the offer didn't come, when the people walked away. You didn't see me, but I was holding it all. Your heart, your future, your calling, and I still am. So, tonight, let go of the fear that it was all for nothing. Let go of the shame that maybe you messed it up. Let go of the anger toward people who didn't see your worth. They weren't meant to define your story. I am. And your story is not over. There's more healing, more joy, more clarity, more strength, more favor. And it starts now. Right here in this moment of quiet trust. This moment where you stop replaying the past and start resting in the promise that I'm rewriting your future. You thought you were behind, but I was rerouting you to something better. You thought you were too broken, but I was reshaping you into someone unshakable. You thought you were alone, but angels were surrounding you the whole time. So breathe, child. I'm lifting the heaviness off your shoulders. I'm softening the ache behind your eyes. I'm reminding your heart that the worst part is behind you. This is the turning point. You're stepping out of survival mode. You're stepping into divine alignment. You're not just recovering, you're being restored. And not just what you lost, but more. More joy, more peace, more intimacy with me, more wisdom than you had before the battle even started. The fire did not destroy you, it refined you. The pain didn't end you, it prepared you. And the enemy didn't win. You did. Even in silence, even in sorrow, even when it didn't feel like victory, you stood. And that's all I ever needed. So tonight, let the past be at peace. Let the questions go quiet. Let my spirit speak louder than the doubt. I am the God who turns graves into gardens, ashes into beauty, wounds into wisdom. And I am not done with your story. Sleep now under the safety of my hand. You are not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are covered. You are walking into a season where the pain becomes the harvest. This is what I do. I turn harm into healing, despair into destiny, loss into legacy. What the enemy meant for harm, I'm turning into something holy. In your darkest night, I was the one holding your soul together. There were nights when you thought you were alone. Nights when the room was quiet, but your heart was loud with questions. Moments when you felt numb, disconnected, empty, as if something inside you had gone silent. But listen to me now, slowly and gently. I never left you. Not for one moment, not for one breath, not for one tear you cried when no one else knew. I saw every silent breakdown, every private cry you swallowed so others wouldn't worry. Every time you locked the door, sat on the edge of the bed, and felt like you had nothing left to give, I was there. Even when you couldn't feel me, even when you couldn't pray, even when all you could do was breathe. You thought your faith was gone because you felt numb, but numbness was not unbelief. It was exhaustion. It was grief that had gone quiet. It was a heart that had been strong for too long. And still, I stayed. Never will I leave you. Never will I forsake you. Hebrews 13:5. That promise did not change when your emotions did. It did not fade when your strength ran out. It did not disappear when you felt distant. My presence is not measured by your feelings. It is anchored in my faithfulness. You told yourself a story that wasn't true. You thought, if God were really here, I wouldn't feel like this. But that was a lie born out of pain, not truth. Abandonment has tried to follow you your whole life. People left. Voices faded. Hands you trusted let go. So when the darkness came, your heart assumed I had done the same. But I didn't. I was closer than you realized, closer than your breath, closer than your tears. When you couldn't move forward, I carried you. When you couldn't make decisions, I protected you. When you couldn't trust anyone, I stayed trustworthy. You survived things you don't even have language for. Moments that should have shattered you completely. And you wonder how you're still here. This is how I held your soul together. When your thoughts scattered, I steadied them. When your heart felt like it would collapse, I surrounded it with peace. When your spirit felt empty, I guarded what little faith remained. Even when you felt nothing, I was loving you. Love doesn't disappear when emotions shut down. Love stays. Love waits. Love covers. I know you felt spiritually numb. You didn't feel joy. You didn't feel grief. You didn't feel much of anything at all. But numbness was your soul's way of surviving. And I did not shame you for it. I stayed patient. I stayed gentle. I stayed near. I never asked you to pretend. I never demanded praise when your heart couldn't give it. I never measured you by how spiritual you felt. I measured you by this. You didn't give up. Even when you stopped believing in yourself, you kept breathing. You kept listening. You kept showing up. And I honored that. You are not weak because you needed help. You are not broken because you went quiet. You are not faithless because you question. You are human. And I am God who stays. You are not too far gone. You never were. There is no distance you could travel that would put you beyond my reach. There is no season of silence that could make me forget you. I know you felt like you were drifting, but I was anchoring you the whole time. I know you felt like your heart was shutting down, but I was protecting it until it could feel again. I know you thought you lost something inside yourself, but I was preserving it. What you thought was the end of your faith was actually the pause before renewal. Because now you are here listening, opening again, feeling my presence stir something soft and warm inside your chest. That's not coincidence. That's me. I am restoring childlike trust in you. Not a naive trust, but a deep, quiet trust that knows I will not leave when things get hard. The kind of trust that rests instead of panics. The kind of trust that breathes instead of strives. The kind of trust that says, even if I don't understand, I know I'm not alone. You don't have to rush back into faith. You don't have to force emotion. You don't have to prove anything to me. Just stay here. Let me remind your heart of something it almost forgot. You are deeply loved. You have always been held, and you always will be. The darkest nights did not scare me away. They drew me closer. And now, as you rest in this moment, I want you to receive this truth without arguing with it. I never left you. I never will. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not too damaged to be restored. You are mine. And tonight I am still holding your soul together, just as I always have. Stay with me. There is still more healing ahead. There is still more light coming. Your calling didn't expire. It's still alive inside you. They told you it was too late. They said you missed your moment, that the failure disqualified you, that the detour meant God moved on without you. But tonight I speak truth over every lie. You are still chosen. The calling on your life is not fragile. It is not canceled by age, failure, or time. It does not dissolve when you feel tired or lost. For the gifts and the calling of God are irrevocable. Romans 11:29, E.S. Phi. That means what I placed in you cannot be undone. Not by your mistakes, not by the years that passed, not by the people who doubted you, not even by your own disbelief. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. I appointed you. I set you apart for something greater than what you can see right now. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 15. This is not wishful thinking. This is divine truth. You are chosen by the Most High. You've carried that sense in your spirit for years. Even in seasons of silence, even in chapters of failure, even when your heart was unsure, something inside you knew I was made for more. That wasn't pride. That was purpose whispering through the noise. And no matter what's happened, No matter how far you feel from the path, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not disqualified. The enemy wants you to believe the assignment was revoked, that the anointing dried up, that your gifts expired because you didn't use them on time. But heaven doesn't operate on shame-based timelines. I am the Redeemer of time. I do not measure your worth by your performance. I do not take back what I've placed in your spirit. The oil is still there. The gifts are still there. The calling is still there. Even if it's been buried under grief. Even if life distracted you. Even if you walked away from it for a season, it is still alive. You have not missed your moment. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not too broken. Tonight, I'm reigniting the flame inside you. Not with pressure, not with fear, but with the soft breath of my spirit reminding you I chose you on purpose. You've seen glimpses of it before. Moments where you sensed you were called to more. Moments when your heart stirred in prayer. When you felt compassion that others didn't. When words came from your lips that sounded like wisdom from another world. When you had dreams that felt like they came from heaven itself. That wasn't imagination. That was your calling. And it's not gone. It's just been waiting. Waiting for this moment, this night, this breath. There are gifts inside you that haven't even awakened yet. There are purposes you haven't walked in yet. There are people whose healing will come through your yes. You've been asking, Lord, can you still use me? And I am answering yes. I never stopped. You may feel small, but I specialize in using the unseen, the quiet, the overlooked. You may feel weak, but my strength is made perfect in weakness. You may feel like your time has passed, but I make all things new, even time. It's not about proving anything. It's not about striving. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about remembering who you are, chosen, called, covered, commissioned. You were never meant to blend in. You were always marked to carry something different. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw. Your compassion isn't weakness. Your wisdom didn't come from books. It came from fire. Your discernment didn't come from popularity. It came from pain. Everything you walked through prepared you. And I am breathing on it now. No more hiding your light. No more shrinking back. No more replaying old failures like they hold authority. Tonight is the night to reclaim what I spoke over you. Say it out loud, even quietly in your room. I am still chosen. That whisper is enough to shake the gates of hell. You are not forgotten. You are not discarded. You are not wandering without purpose. You are a carrier of my glory. Anointed to speak, to heal, to build, to bless. Your voice still matters. Your presence still carries weight. Your obedience still shifts atmospheres. And the enemy is terrified that you'll remember this, that you'll rise in quiet confidence, that you'll wake up tomorrow knowing I'm chosen and I'm still here. This is your reactivation. This is your reminder. This is your reassurance. Don't wait for the perfect conditions. Don't wait to feel ready. Just say yes again. Yes to being loved. Yes to being used. Yes to being called right now as you are. You're not starting over. You're picking up what was never lost. You're continuing the story heaven never stopped writing, and it is still beautiful because you are still chosen. Joy is not selfish. It's sacred. You've cried long enough. You've carried grief so gently, so silently, as if it were your duty. You've been strong for everyone. You've smiled through tears. You've sat quietly with your pain, unsure if joy was still for you. But tonight, I want to tell you something your soul needs to hear. You are allowed to be happy again. Not someday. Not when everything is perfect. Not when the past makes sense. Not after you've punished yourself enough. Now, right now, even while healing, even in the middle of the unknown. You are not betraying your healing by smiling. You are not dishonoring your past by laughing. You are not less spiritual because you feel lightness rising again in your soul. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35. That morning may not be measured by sunlight. It may not come with trumpets or perfect answers. It may be a quiet flicker deep in your spirit that says, it's okay to exhale now. It's okay to feel joy again. Let it in, even if it feels foreign. Even if it comes with trembling hands. Even if you don't know how to hold it yet. This joy is not a betrayal. It is a resurrection, a return to life after survival, a holy reminder that you were not made to live in sorrow forever. You were made to dance again, to breathe deeply again, to laugh without apology, to feel the warmth of hope return to your chest. There is a sacred strength in joy, not a loud performative happiness, but the kind that settles deep in your bones and says, I'm still here, and I'm still allowed to live fully. For the joy of the Lord is your strength. Nehemiah 8:10. The enemy tried to convince you that sadness was your only option, that because you've walked through pain, you had to stay there, that happiness was for someone else's story. But joy was never stolen. It was sleeping. And tonight, I am waking it up. You are not required to shrink your light to make others comfortable. You are not obligated to stay in mourning to prove your love for what was lost. Your grief was real. Your sorrow was sacred. But so is your joy. It is safe to smile. It is holy to laugh. It is spiritual to enjoy your life again. You are not the same person who walked into the storm. You are wiser, softer, stronger, and your joy will carry a depth others cannot understand because it has been carved by fire. Let yourself feel it. The warmth when you hear music that moves you. The smile that surprises you in the middle of your day. The breath that feels like peace after a long cry. The childlike delight when something small brings beauty to your soul. These are not distractions. These are gifts. I am the God who weeps with you. Yes, but I am also the God who dances with you, the one who sings over you with joy, the one who delights in your laughter, the one who created joy as a form of worship. You do not need permission from anyone but me. And I say this with tenderness. You are free to be happy again. Free from the guilt. Free from the shame of moving on. Free from the false belief that joy means you've forgotten or don't care. You carry your past with grace, but it does not chain you anymore. This next season of your life will not be about just making it through. It will be about coming alive again, fully, freely, lightly. You will not always feel heavy. You will not always feel stuck. You will not always feel numb. I am restoring the color to your world, lifting the weight off your shoulders, readying you how to celebrate, not just survive. And you don't have to wait until everything is fixed. Joy can live right in the middle of imperfection. It is not a reward for perfection. It is a companion in the journey. So tonight, exhale. Let joy come softly. Let it fill the cracks where sorrow used to live. Let it whisper back to your soul. You're still here. You still matter. You're still chosen. And you still get to laugh. Close your eyes and hear my voice. My child, I delight in your delight. Your smile is a song of worship to me. Your joy is not selfish. It's sacred. You don't need a reason to rejoice. You just need space. So here it is. Permission. A gentle hand opening the door. A divine invitation to come back to joy without guilt. Let yourself rest tonight with lightness in your heart. Let yourself believe that something beautiful is being restored in you. Let yourself laugh again fully, freely, without apology. Because I have not just rescued you, I have revived you. And I will keep reviving you until joy feels natural again. One sentence of faith can shake heaven. Not every breakthrough begins with thunder. Not every miracle needs many words. Sometimes all it takes is one quiet sentence spoken in trust. One whisper, one pause, one sacred breath that says, "Lord, I trust you." That's it. That's the moment things begin to shift. Not because the circumstances instantly change, but because your heart does. Because surrender invites heaven in. Because peace doesn't wait for proof. If it begins when we release, commit your way to the Lord. Trust in Him, and He will act. Psalm 37:5. You don't have to explain everything tonight. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't even need the strength to carry it. Just one sentence of faith softly, sincerely, even in silence. Right now, wherever you are, take a slow breath. Let go of the fear that you've held on to for too long. Let go of the timeline you've been trying to force. Let go of the worry about what tomorrow may bring. And let this sentence be your prayer, Lord. I trust your timing. Say it quietly. Write it in the comments. Whisper it as your soul exhales. Let it be your surrender. Because sometimes the deepest faith is not loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is still, gentle, childlike, undemanding. It's choosing rest without the answer. It's laying your head down in peace before you see the promise fulfilled. It's believing God is good even when the story isn't finished. That is sacred faith, and it moves the heart of God. You don't need to know how things will unfold. You don't need a sign, a voice, or a visible miracle tonight. You just need to let go. Let go of control. Let go of striving. Let go of proving your worth. Let go of carrying everything alone. And let this prayer carry you instead. Lord, I release this night to you. I surrender what I cannot fix. I believe you are already working. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. Your prayer tonight doesn't need to be perfect, only honest. Heaven hears the whisper. Heaven sees the tears. Heaven answers the faith that says, I trust you. Anyway, so if something in your heart feels lighter right now, if even a little bit of peace found you while listening, share this prayer with one person before you sleep. Someone else might need this stillness. Someone else might need this one simple sentence of faith. Someone else might need your digital act of kindness tonight. If this prayer spoke to you, type Amen in the comments below. You can also write your own 1S sentence prayer of surrender. And if someone came to mind while you listened, share this video with them. It could be the exact moment they've been waiting for. The sentence that quiets their storm. The prayer that begins their healing. You never know what God will do with your yes. You never know what peace can ripple from one act of faith. So before you close your eyes tonight, say it one more time with me. Lord, I trust you. I don't know what's next, but I know you'll be there. I place this night, this heart, this future into your hands. Of our boss, you don't need to say more. You don't need to do more. You've already given God the most powerful offering, your trust. Let that be enough. Rest now, knowing that heaven heard every word. And when you wake, new mercy will be waiting. If this helped you breathe a little deeper, if it reminded you that you're not alone tonight, type Amen as your quiet act of faith. Share this prayer with someone you love. Let them feel the peace you felt. This night is holy. You can rest because your future is already safe in God's hands. Let the final light of today settle gently over your heart. Let the weight you've been carrying fall from your shoulders like a coat at the door. There is nothing left for you to do tonight except rest. Tonight is not ordinary. It is sacred, because peace is not just the absence of fear. It is the presence of God, and He is here right now, right where you are, watching over you as gently as a mother watches her sleeping child, guarding the doorway, protecting your soul, holding everything together, even the things you don't understand. You are safe, not because the world is quiet, but because heaven is near. In peace, I will lie down and sleep for you alone. Lord, make me dwell in safety. Psalm 48. God sees every detail, the undone tasks, the prayers you haven't spoken, the fears you were too tired to name, and still, He holds you. You don't need to earn this rest. You don't need to explain your weariness. You don't need to hide your tears. God knows, and He whispers, "Come to me. I will give you rest." Breathe that in. Let your body soften. Let your soul return to stillness. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. Isaiah 26:3. You've done what you could today. You've walked through things no one else saw. You made it through. Now it's time to lie down, not in worry, but in worship. Because even your sleep is holy to God. You don't need to protect yourself. You don't need to be on high alert because the Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Psalm 12:15, God is your keeper, and He doesn't sleep. So you are not alone in this room. Angels are stationed. The Spirit is near. And your Heavenly Father is standing watch. So, as your eyes begin to close, let these words cover you like a blanket of peace. You are safe. You are loved. You are not alone. Nothing can separate you from the love of God. Not even the darkest night. Not even the things you don't have words for. God is here. His peace is wrapping around you. His mercy is flowing over you. His joy will meet you in the morning. But tonight, you don't have to reach for tomorrow. You only have to release today. So, let's do that together. Take one more slow breath. Feel it rise. Feel it fall. And now pray this with me. Just a whisper in your heart, into your hands. I place my life tonight. I place my fears, my future, my family, my thoughts, my dreams into your hands. I release control. I receive your covering. This is not just the end of a day. This is a beginning, a holy reset. This night is not empty. It's filled with heaven's presence. It's quiet, but not abandoned. It's still, but not forgotten. This night is sealed in divine peace. Sleep is not weakness, it's worship. Rest is not avoidance, it's obedience. And you are allowed to let go. So now I speak a blessing over you as you sleep. May your body be restored. May your dreams be gentle and filled with light. May your mind be guarded against fear and unrest. May your home be covered with protection. May your tomorrow rise in grace, not striving. Let this peace remain long after the final word is spoken. Let it linger like a lullaby in your spirit. Let it fill the corners of your heart until even the anxious places fall silent. There is no fear here, no pressure, no rush, only presence, only love, only peace. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're not forgotten. You are held. So sleep in peace now. God holds it all. He holds your heart. He holds your breath. He holds the details of your tomorrow. And He's already gone ahead of you. Tonight, heaven stands guard, and you, beloved, precious chosen one, can finally rest. Come back here every night. Let this space be your sanctuary. Let these words be your shelter. Let this prayer be your rhythm. You don't have to carry the world. You only need to rest in the one who does. Sleep in peace. You are loved. You are safe. You are not alone. Amen.